Okay, so a month ago I quit my lead generation agency. It was probably one of the hardest decisions I ever made. 8 months of work went down the drain. I put in 12-hour workdays for 8 months, $15,000 at least. I was close to burnout a few times doing that. I was wanting to make it so bad. I fallen off the content creation flywheel. Like my creativity plummeted. I had bad sleep. It sucked. However, there was something worse than any of these other things. I was working for 8 months non-stop, grinding every single day. And when after that 8 months I looked up, take a step back, and I looked at what I was doing, I realized I have nothing to show for. If you send 100 outreaches, you're probably able to close a few clients, maybe you deliver some results, and now you have to get back to sending outreaches. Once the service is delivered, you are back at square one. You are starting again, putting in some work, getting out some output. One input equals one output. So your work is practically linear. We live in an age of leverage, and instead of using it, I was practically just doing robot work for 8 months. However, I didn't realize this after a few people started to schedule calls on my calendar. The problem? I haven't done any outreach in the last few months at that point. And when I looked at where they came from on Calendly, it turns out they came from school. I haven't booked any meeting, I haven't done outreach here for a while. How is it that people are coming from here? So I naturally was curious, and at the start of every sales call, I just asked them like, oh, how did you find this call? Where did you book it? What intrigued you to book this call? And all of them said the same thing. Oh, I saw your post in school, I checked out your social media profiles, I looked up a few of your YouTube videos, and I decided to book a call. I was like, interesting. So I continued doing the sales call, and as it went on, what I started to notice is like, somehow just even the sales call with these people were much more pleasant. I didn't need to try that hard to earn their trust or anything. There was already an established trust between us, because they knew me, they saw my name every single day, and they came from my profile. After it came to me pitching the offer, I said the price, I said this is the offer, and instead of there will be countless reasons of why they don't want to work or any of this stuff, they're just like, cool, let's do it. And some of you may be confused, but let me explain why this happened. We live in the post-trust age, which means that trust is at all-time low. If like some random person calls you on your phone and pitches you some used car, like realistically, what's the chance you will buy it? People don't trust random strangers on the phone because it's like, you pick up, hello, your first thought is this some scammer? Is like, why is this number coming from? Your phone already showing you that it's some telemarketer. Trust is already at this place. Like, we live in an age when people no longer trust cold calls. You can call people and the answer will be fuck off, because they don't know you, they never heard about you, you haven't provided them with any value. There is not even a face that they can put for the words, and honestly there are so many people pitching them their product that they are just not interested. So back to our points, I was on this sales call with these guys who came from school and my social medias, and I pitched them the product and they were like, cool. They sent over the money and we started working together. And it turns out they were one of the best clients I ever worked with. They were really happy to work with me, there was a mutual respect, it was more fun, and even for me, like, my reputation was on the line because I knew these people, so like I had to deliver good results for them. And as that thought hit me, I took a step back. I realized that for the last 8 months, what I was doing is I was going out and messaging complete strangers, trying to pitch my product to them, hoping that by some chance they will buy. Like, they don't know me, I haven't provided them value, why would they think I have the best product? It's like, you get a cold email and someone pitches you their service of like, oh, they get you this amount of clients for this amount of money. The problem, you can go on YouTube, research the same service, and someone there will be who is more credible, done it for longer, and can show you proof of work, that's a real proof of work, not some shady testimonial. So after coming to that realization, I practically took a step back. I realized I fucked up. I was doing robot work that didn't compound it, that didn't build goodwill with people, but did the exact opposite, which is like they just started to hate me because I was like, hey what's up, you haven't sending the messages. It practically destroyed my reputation, not built my reputation. I didn't give them any value, and I didn't showcase proof of my work. Instead, I was just pitching, buy this. Outcome, people left after a few months. I couldn't deliver good results because the clients I got were pretty low quality clients, and also my skill set wasn't there to deliver the results that I promised to deliver. Because in order for me to get results with cold outreach, I had to say to people so good guarantees that even the people at the top weren't giving. Otherwise, your message doesn't even get opened. Which is like practically, this vicious cycle of pricing, which is like we are just going to the bottom, like who can offer the least. So as I said, I stepped back and came to the realization that I fucked up. Instead of me building something that compounds, I was just doing linear work. I built something once, I got one result out of it. And my 8 months of work didn't compound it at all. I went against all my principles and I lost. So I'm actually the type of person who, when someone asks him, what is your biggest regret or something like that, I like to have this funny answer, which is like, I don't have regrets because everything that happened to me practically led me up to this point. So if I wouldn't have those experiences in the past, they wouldn't help me get to this current position. However, after this experience, I actually now have one regret. And probably this is my only one. Which is, I wish I hadn't stopped creating content when business got busy. And instead, I should have doubled down on it. It's genuinely hurt thinking about the fact that where would I be currently if I put that 8 months of effort instead of like working so much I nearly threw up into content creation, and not pointless outreach, pointless grinding every single day to like make it, but instead creating content so like my work compounds over time and I'm doing something that's actually leveraged and that's not some low leverage thing that AI now can do. Even if the whole business fails, even in that case, I would be able at the end of the day to have a personal brand that I can rely on and use it for further lead generation for future businesses. None of the entrepreneurs and business owners I worked with said that they regretted having a personal brand. Like, I didn't hear anyone say that. What all of them said, most of them, is that starting to create content was actually the best decision they ever made. But what happens with more often than not is business gets busy and all these entrepreneurs, instead of focusing on content, now they practically put content aside and they just focus on the business. And they fall off the content flywheel. And once they stop creating content, it's extremely hard to get back to it. So that's why I want to record a video once a week. And even if it won't be the perfect video, or even if I fall back from the content flywheel thing, I want to get back to it as fast as possible. And I know I won't create the perfect videos. In the past I had times when I worked a month on a video and it flopped. And it got probably less views than my last video. If you're a business owner and you are not into content, here is something to think about. When you purchase something, where you purchase that thing. Yesterday I was laying in my bed. I was just going to sleep and I asked myself this interesting question. I wanted to reverse engineer. How do I purchase? Because my audience is probably similar to me. So then I would know how those people who watching me would purchase. I asked myself the question, do I purchase from advertisements? Okay, this is funny actually, but from a young age, I actually never clicked on an advertisement. I actually thought they are some type of viruses, and I obviously didn't purchase from an advertisement. And then I was like, have I purchased from cold email? I got a few pretty good cold emails. I mean, this random person messaged me who I never heard from, wants me to get on a call, I never heard from him. I don't know if you can actually deliver what he will say. No, I never purchased from cold emails. Then I was like, have I purchased from someone outreaching to me on some social media? No, there was no trust. Guy messages me, he wants to like, help me with my personal brand. And he wanted to help me with my Twitter when he practically didn't even posted content on his Twitter. I was like, whoa, what the fuck? Why would I trust you? You didn't prove that you can do your work. You are just sending outreach messages. Then I was like, where do I purchase then? I realized that I only purchase courses from people I trust. So I watched a lot of their YouTube videos and then I purchased their course. I follow people on Twitter and when I consume their content and I really like it, I purchase their course or purchase their stuff that they are selling. Imagine for a second, you are like a business owner and you are like, yes, I want to start getting into short form content. Spoiler, they don't, but like just imagine they would want to get into short form content. Imagine these are the two options, let's simplify it. In one option, you follow this one person who constantly provided you value and proved his expertise and competence online when he's creating his content around his service. And there is this other guy who sent you a cold email. Which one you purchase from? Obviously the guy who constantly proved his expertise to you. I think we are entering into the age of AI. And when everyone jumps on this AI, oh my god, let me automate my job with ChatGPT, putting out 12 videos a day that's made by AI, content and mostly outreach will become really fake, really inauthentic. I believe the actual answer is to go the complete 180, the complete opposite direction of all of those people and double down on being authentic and being unique. So my prediction is that people in the future, because now we have AI, will trust even less outreaches. There are AI outreach bots for Twitter. I'm pretty sure there are even chatbots that are practically appointment setters. Imagine getting closed for a 10k deal by an AI.
Thursday.
Great. Thursday works well for us too. What time on Thursday is best for you, morning or afternoon?
Sorry, afternoon works for me, about 2 p.m., 3 p.m.
You would feel devastated. If you would know that was an AI that got you on a call, you wouldn't want to buy. The trust will be broken at that point. I think everyone who will actually want to make it in business in the future will actually start to create content. And not even to become famous or make money from AdSense or any all these reasons, just for one simple reason, to build trust with the viewers. Because it's much different to work with someone when you saw 10 of their videos and they seem like a fun guy to work with, and not just a cold email that's faceless and it's ask you, let's open a 15-minute call or something like that. You get it. So yeah, that's it. I stopped my community. I decided not to start creating content for Twitter, not to have a podcast, and just focus on this one medium, which is YouTube. Why? Because this is what I have the most experience in it. The plan is just to double down on this and become better at it. Okay, so if you like this video and if you want to start creating content, you should check out my previous video, which you can watch here, where I talk about how to beat this procrastination, this resistance that is around creating content, and start creating real valuable content for your audience. So thanks for watching and see you there.